All right, we are good. Thanks, Aaron.
You're welcome. Bye.
All right, we are ready to get going. I am recording this, so if you have to leave at any time, then you'll be able to access this on our website. Or if there's anyone you know who was unable to attend this session, then you can direct them to our website and they will be able to find all of the information in a short little video that we'll post on our website. If you have any questions throughout the session, please use the Q&A function. It usually works better than the chat function in a setting like this, so please, we encourage you to use the Q&A. So we will get started. Quick little agenda for our session today. So first off, we'll do an overview of what the Saskatoon Industry-Education Council is and how we are connected with Prairie South School Division to offer Power Engineering 20L and 30L to the students that we work with. Jeff Bolton, the instructor from Prairie South, will go over the course overview and expectations so that students can understand what they'll be learning, how they'll be learning, and the different methods of instruction that we use in this course. And then we'll talk about how the SIEC supports students in Power Engineering 20L and 30L and the application process. So to start off, if you are new to the SIEC, we are a not-for-profit organization and we work in partnership with the 3 school divisions in and around Saskatoon, as well as the Saskatoon Tribal Council. We also work with community-based organizations, government agencies, and employers to help nurture the workforce of tomorrow. And our mandate is to provide career development and discovery opportunities for youth, educators, and career practitioners through customized programming. So this program we're going to talk to you about is a little bit different than the programming we offer at the SIEC, but it does fall under our mandate because we want to give students the opportunity to not only earn high school credits through Power Engineering, but it's also a great career exploration piece for them to discover if Power Engineering is a possible career path for them moving forward. Joining me today are Jeff Bolton, who is the instructor from Prairie South, as well as Barb Compton, and she is the project consultant, and she's the one that works diligently with SaskPower to be able to offer this program to the students. So I have a short little video that we're going to watch, which gives us an overview of the partnership between Prairie South and SaskPower.
How do we get local kids interested in power engineering as a career path? So we worked with one of the school divisions, Prairie South School Division, along with the Ministry of Education, as well as TSASC, a regulator here in Saskatchewan. And we came up with a program that put power engineering into the local high school.
And with the partnership between Prairie South School Division, SaskPower, and ourselves, it was to set up a mobile trailer for high school students to be able to learn and explore what power engineering is and walk out with an actual certification that they could use in industry right off the bat.
They're working at the plants. They're doing the tours around the plant. They're seeing what a day-to-day power engineer does. And from there, they can start to make decisions. Is this a career that they want to do? It's great for retention. Our post-secondary students go through the program, they get out and they're working, and we're seeing them thrive in industry. And we've got students that are, second-class power engineers.
So this program, I think, is very beneficial for those outside of SaskPower too, because again, it's giving a lot of students at the age that they are, where they're exploring and probably thinking they're making a decision for the rest of their lifetime, although there's lots of opportunities to relook at careers, but it gets them exposed to professions that they've probably never thought of.
Here at SaskPower, we have a great need for power engineers in our various coal and some of our natural gas facilities. Some of our locations are in places where it's very difficult to recruit power engineers. And power engineers are an in-demand profession. They have been for quite some time, and they will be for quite some time in the future.
The students learn about the whole production for steam heat. in that trailer. It's a commercial grade boiler that a 5th class power engineer would work on typically, and a boiler that you would find in a small business, in a school, in an apartment complex. And there's a lot of students out there that have no idea about power engineering. And so what we want to do is we want to educate the students.
It's beneficial for the industry to have people aware of the kind of work that they do and the type of skills that they need. It's beneficial for the school divisions so that they can tailor and explore learning opportunities for the students. And more importantly, the students get the chance to know what all their future opportunities could be, for at least for the start and maybe for a long-term pathway.
All right, so that video gives us a bit of an overview of what power engineering is and the partnership between Prairie South and SaskPower. So as I've mentioned, Power Engineering 20L and 30L is a partnership between the Saskatoon Industry-Education Council and the Prairie South School Division. So we've worked with the 3 school divisions that we work with to create a partnership where they are willing to support students through the power engineering program so that the students can have the experience of working both at SaskPower and gaining the credits through power engineering. So they work throughout the school year on the online Power Engineering 20 and 30 course, and then they also attend sessions in both the mobile lab and job shadows at Queen Elizabeth Power Station. One of the benefits of this program is that students not only earn the 2 high school credits after the completion of the 20L and 30L courses, but they also have the opportunity to write the TSAS Class 5 Power Engineering exam, which Jeff will go into a little bit more detail about. But with this Class 5, students can use this certification to obtain employment and apply to take the Class 4 through an accredited post-secondary institution. So many people have no idea what power engineering is. So power engineering is a skilled worker who operates and maintains pressure equipment such as boilers, industrial refrigeration units, generators, and turbines. Power engineers work in everything from industrial factories, power plants, hospitals, pulp mills, rinks, breweries, oil refineries, and upgraders. And in short, you find power engineers everywhere you look. There are 5 classes of power engineering. The 5th class is an introductory level, and completing the 2 high school credits, the Introduction to Power Engineering 20L and 30L, provides students the opportunity to explore power engineering as a career. So as we mentioned, there are 5 classes. So the 5th class is what the students can earn after completing the 2 courses and challenging the exam. They manage a boiler at a business, school, apartment complex, refrigerator plants, and such as ice rinks. All the way down to the 1st class, which would be a chief engineer in charge of the building and maintenance and repairs needed on the site. So it usually takes students many years to get to the Class 1, but we hope with the power engineering program, students are given the opportunity to explore this career path and see if it's something that's of interest to them. And at the SIEC, we think it's just as important for students to figure out what they don't want to do with their future. And I know we had that happen this school year. There was a student who was registered to attend Sask Polytechnic in the fall to take her Class 4 power engineering. And through this program, she realized it wasn't a career path for her, but she was still able to earn her 2 high school credits. And instead of going into a program at Sask Polytechnic that she wasn't interested in, she's now learned that her career path is going to take a different direction. On the other hand, we often have many students who take the power engineering program through Prairie South, and then they find out that this is a career path that they are interested in, and they do continue on at a higher level. So I'm now going to pass it over to Barb Compton, and she is going to discuss with us about the partnership between Prairie South and SaskPower. Barb?
Do I just have to speak? I don't.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. I was waiting for some cue on my screen. thanks for the opportunity to support the project and this partnership between Saskatoon and Prairie South School Division. Just to give you a quick background history is SaskPower saw that there was going to be a shortage with first and second class power engineers. And they asked themselves, what can they do to provide the opportunity for young people to explore what this career is about? And that's originally how the partnership started with Prairie South School Division. SaskPower presently employs roughly between 240 to 250 power engineers. Of that group, in the first and second class power engineers, there's going to be roughly 90% of the people who are age 55 or older and will likely be looking for retirement soon. So they felt that starting this venture with Prairie South would provide the opportunity to educate young people and actually families around opportunities within power engineer, starting with the 5th class to explore. And then SaskPower works with post-secondary schools to make sure that there's a variety of locations where for those students who are interested in pursuing this career can have options as to where they want to continue their courses. So as Michelle had said, she explained the different levels of power engineers. SaskPower is very keenly interested in hiring first and second class power engineers, and they've done innovative projects to try to fast track students into those pathways. They offer summer employment opportunities to earn STEAM time. They provide scholarships. They provide funding to post-secondary schools who are looking at delivering different types of courses using different modes of education. A lot of the learning is face-to-face, but there's also a lot of learning that takes place online. A blended learning model, very similar to what Prairie South offers, where you work on your theory portion online, and then you're brought in to SaskPower plant to do a work-study project. The thing that's very unique about this high school course is it offers you an opportunity to explore regardless of geographical location. Because it's an online course, you can be located anywhere in Saskatchewan taking this class. And then the work study component is offered at a power plant near you. And the STEAM lab is generally brought to locations that centralize depending upon the students who are registered. So SaskPower is very supportive of this program and the opportunity to provide young people an exploration into what this pathway may look like for you. So with that being said, I'll turn it over to Jeff Bolden, who will speak to more around the innovative types of programming.
Thanks, Barb. Yeah, so I'm the instructor for the online courses. And as Michelle mentioned, there's 2 courses, one in semester 1 and one in semester 2. And what we've done is we've broken up a 5th class power engineering program, which does have a curriculum. It's delivered across Canada. And this curriculum is broken into 2 classes. And when you take semester 1's class, that's the first half of power engineering. And from there, you're able to move into the 2nd course, and that's the 2nd semester. And as Michelle mentioned, you get 2 credits towards high school graduation. And from that, you'll learn a lot about power engineering, and you'll get some opportunities to spend some time in the plant and in the mobile lab. And from there, you can decide, is this something that you would like to pursue? Not only do you learn about power engineering, but you get to have some experiences with the other trades that are taking place in the power stations. So millwrights, electricians, welders, millwrights, instrument technicians, chem tech, these are all various trades that are taking place in the plants. And the very first day that you get to spend in the plant in semester 1 and in semester 2, you get a trades day. And a trades day allows you to experience hands-on what each of the trades does. So you learn a little bit about them. And everybody in the plant obviously works together towards the production of power, but everybody has their roles. And as tradespeople, you're specialized. We've had students that have gone through the program that have decided power engineering wasn't for them, but they wanted to become an industrial electrician or a welder, chem tech person that wants to work in the lab to test water, an instrument tech who focuses their time on instruments, on pumps, on valves, on a lot of electrical devices, a lot of things that measure. And of course, you can about imagine all of the various systems in a power plant. They're very busy people. And millwrights, people that are heavy duty mechanics that deal with millwright things like pumps and vibration and motors and rebuilding things. They're key to the running of the power plant as well. So it's a great program. It exposes you to these very many careers. It looks great on a resume. So even if you do decide this is a program for exploration, see if you like to try it out. We have a lot of students that have said, power engineering isn't for me. I'm going to go to university into engineering, and that's a different type of engineering. But talking with students that are now in their second and third years of engineering at U of S, and the people that I'm referring to are in computer electrical as well as mechanical. So they've told me that what they've learned has been fantastic. Their talk about many of these systems in their classes, they do the math, they do the theory behind them, and they're the only ones that have actually ever experienced working on these things, where their peers beside them really have no idea. And they say it looks great on a resume. It's given them a foot in the door for summer jobs. So when you go to your summer job and on your resume is you're a 5th class power engineer, that's fantastic. Like, many students out of high school hardly anybody has that on their resume. And so you're always thinking about summer jobs and opportunities to further advance your career in education. What's involved, if I can share my screen here, I'll just look at this. This is our school division's virtual school website. You can see, and when you come to the very first page right here on the rotating banner, you'll see the very first thing, Pathways to Power Engineering. And if you click on that, we talk about what are the various pathways, and there's a pamphlet that you can open up and take a look at. And here we talk about all the various schools throughout Saskatchewan, the colleges, the various colleges from Estevan to Humboldt, all over the place that offer power engineering. So there's a lot of opportunities, just not in Saskatoon itself, but all over the province. So that's on our homepage. Now, I'm going to show you here, if you go to About and Courses and the courses that we're offering next year, this is our virtual school. So we offer a variety of courses, but you're interested in the power engineering one. So down here, you'll see power engineering link. And this is the page that talks about the program. The video you just watched is right here. I have another video about 5th class power engineering. This is right underneath it. You can watch it. A little bit of information about what a power engineer is. The course outline for the 20 and 30L. This is what you take. Essentially, it's all about boilers, but we do talk about applied science, safety, electricity, welding, water treatment, and a big part is refrigeration. So a lot of provinces will have a red seal trade for refrigeration. In this province, it's combined with power engineering. But if you went to Ontario, you can get your trades ticket in refrigeration specifically. There's another great video, fantastic video, 2 videos right here, also produced by SaskPower, about careers in power engineering that you can watch. So a little bit about the trailer and some pictures of students either learning about welding or working with a millwright, or as I mentioned, chem tech, as well as the mobile lab trailer. So if I open this up, this is what our trailer looks like, our mobile trailer. And you get to spend a lot of time in this trailer learning about boilers. And inside, this is what it looks like. It's a pretty small space, but you get to learn a lot about what a 5th class person would do. And you would be able to start up this boiler and take it down. So right from the start to the end, producing steam and then shutting it down, what's involved. And you get to learn that. And by the time you're done the course, you would be able to walk into this lab and start it up and take it down safely. So by reference, our virtual school.prairiesouth.ca, this is our website. And so if you ever need any information about power engineering, the program, come to this website and you'll get to learn more about it. As Michelle mentioned, there's the 5th class power engineering exam offered by SASC. So the 2 classes give you the experience, gives you the knowledge, the skills to be able to write the 5th class exam. The 5th class exam is offered by SASC. They are a group of people, a company that regulates power engineers in Saskatchewan. Every province has a body that regulates power engineering. Ours is called SASC. And they do the certifications for all power engineers. So 5th class, you decide at the end of, I'll be asking questions, usually typically in February. Are you interested in writing your exam? Do you want to become certified? You don't have to be, it's an option. And if you choose to be, well, then I get you signed up to write an exam, and you get to test to see if you know your stuff. If you get 65% on your exam in order to pass it. And if you don't pass it the first time and you're really adamant about getting it, well, you can book in another time and then take it again. And we have had a lot of students over the years that have failed the first exam, they haven't got the 65, and they've taken the exam again and passed it. So that's the life of a power engineer. No matter what level you're at, it's okay to not get your first try at the exam. It's okay to do the second. And in some cases, we've had students even do their 3rd try and they've been able to get it. But it's a great experience going on. A lot of our students have never had the opportunity to sit down for 3 hours and do an exam. But that gives you the certification in 5th class. And you could potentially work as a 5th class power engineer, but most of our students will go on to their 4th. And they use that experience as better understanding of what the 4th class is going to be like. And then when they write the exams, they've already had that experience as a 5th class and they're better prepared for their 4th. But that's a choice. You don't have to do that. You can just take the 2 classes, get your credits, and be done with it. And then just have that experience and then go from there. So, is there anything else I should say, Michelle or Barb, that I've missed?
Do you want to mention that they need about them having a cooperating teacher at their school who will supervise them?
Yeah, so your day-to-day classes, you would be able to, you've got a set of textbooks and they're fairly large. You've got all the information in your textbooks. You log in online and the online course matches your textbook. So as you're reading over the textbook, you're watching little videos online and then you do a quiz. The quiz tests you about if you understand the material. You also have open books. You have your books open, you have your notes there. When you're doing the quiz, it asks you about certain questions. It goes through the books. You're able to read everything over to do the quiz. And you can take the quiz twice to get the highest mark. But when you have to write your exam, it's supervised. So you don't get to have your books. You don't get to have your notes. You just sit down and you write your exam. But I quiz you a lot and you have access to those quizzes and you take lots of really good notes to prepare. And then when you write your exam, your cooperating teacher or somebody from either your school or your board office, and it's an adult, it's supervised, will log you in to the exam. And you'll do your exam and then you keep on going. I provide you suggested timelines. So say quiz 1, I would like you to do quiz 1 within the first week of school. So you've got lots of time. An hour a day is lots of time in this course to do your schoolwork and to stay on top. But you have to manage your learning. So if you miss a couple of days because you're doing something, you have to get caught up. And that's okay. Spend Saturday or spend a couple of evenings, get caught up and you're good. You're back on track. So you're always monitoring your progress. Again, cooperating teachers are really good to help with that, help you manage your time and kind of supervise your exams. Depending on the situation we're in next year, if everything is online, you will not have a cooperating teacher with this class. Like you might, but obviously they're not going to be face-to-face. So we'll work something out where your exams are not supervised. They're done online. You can do them from home, on a computer, on your phone, whatever device that you're using. So we'll cross that bridge right now. Our students right now are still writing their exams, but they're not being supervised.
Great. Thank you for sharing that information. So I just have a little bit more detail about the program that we are going to go through. So this is always the slide that impresses both students and the teachers that we present to when you look at what the wages are for power engineers. So like Jeff said, even if you want to complete the 2 courses and then start off and write your 5th class and then start off working as a 5th class power engineer, then you're looking to make about $20 an hour starting, which as a high school student who just graduated and you're looking for a job to pay some bills, making $20 an hour as a 5th class power engineer can be a little bit better than working minimum wage somewhere else. Usually the 1st class is what impresses everyone. Sometimes we have some teachers thinking they chose the wrong profession and they think that maybe power engineering is for them, but like we had said, it does usually take years, sometimes decades, to become a 1st class power engineer. A little bit of a summary. So why should students take power engineering? They can earn 2 high school credits, flexible online learning. So maybe their schedules aren't conducive to getting all of their classes in during the school day. So this way they have that online learning opportunity. And then they also have the industry training and work experience, which not only helps them in the course, but it's also something that looks really good on the resume. The career exploration, it's always great in high school to take every opportunity to explore careers that may be of interest to you. And with power engineering, like Jeff said, it's not just power engineering that these students get to experience when they're at the power plant, but it's many other trades that they get to see as well. It enhances entrance requirements for post-secondary and looks good on that resume. So the application process, if you are a student and you're interested in applying, or if you are a teacher and you have students who are interested in applying to the program, this is the process you must follow. So it's been said over and over again, but this is online learning. So the students need to be intrinsically motivated. They also will attend 6 hands-on learning experiences at SaskPower. This SIEC staff will work with the students to oversee their simulations and job shadow opportunities. And we also work closely with Jeff or Mr. Bolton to ensure that students are staying on track with their work. Students who are interested need to complete an application, and they need to have 2 teachers complete and submit a teacher recommendation form on their behalf. With this program, because we've worked with the school divisions and have an agreement for them to pay for up to 5 students per semester to take these programs, we have an application process that they go through, which is an extra step that students don't have to do if they're in Prairie South, but because the school divisions are covering the admission fee to these classes, we do go through the application process. And I know last year was very competitive, especially in Saskatoon public schools. We had well over 10 students apply. So the application is very important. And I will go through what the application looks like so that students have an idea. So our application itself is 3 pages. The first page is very straightforward, just information about the student, information about their parents or guardians, and some emergency contact information because we like to have that when the students are working at the power plant. As for the application, there are 3 questions that the students are asked to answer. I highly recommend the students put time and effort into answering these questions, because when we do have a high number of applicants, it is the answers to these questions that helps us to determine who will or will not be accepted into the program. The 3rd page of the application is the teacher asks about the teacher recommendation form. So as a student interested in power engineering, you need to think of 2 teachers who you have had as a teacher in the past and who know you and the type of person you are, the type of student you are, and kindly ask them to complete a teacher recommendation form for you. You will tell me the teacher name, the school, and their email address. Then the teachers will complete a recommendation form for you, and they will submit that directly to me so that they can be truthful in the recommendation form and so that I receive it directly from them. If you are a teacher who is asked to complete a recommendation form for a student, I beg you to be as truthful as possible when completing these recommendation forms, because along with the application, the recommendation form is what helps me or my team to determine who we will accept into the program. And when we have a student who has glowing recommendations, then that tells us that we have a student who would fit into this program. But if it was not completed truthfully, then that can cause issues moving forward.
When you navigate the Saskatoon IEC website, if you come to the home page, you will then go to Programs, and you'll click on the program that you're looking for. So in this case, Power Engineering. So I'm going to click on Power Engineering, and that will take me to all of the information I need for the application. So we have the video here that you watched in this presentation, and we'll also have this presentation up here once it is saved and we upload it. So any student wanting to apply will come to this site, and both the student application, the teacher recommendation form, and an information brochure are available for the students. For the student application and teacher recommendation, they are fillable PDFs. And one very frustrating mistake that students often make is they start typing away and they enter their information, and then when they hit download, the information doesn't save. So what the students need to do is they need to download this file, and they can name it whatever they'd like and save it to wherever they'd like. And then when they open up that application after, they should be able to enter the information. The same thing goes for the teacher recommendation form. So it is a fillable PDF. So the students can either download the PDF and email it to the teachers who they want to complete it for them, or they can send them to the site and the teachers can then do the same thing. Download the file, and then at that point, enter the information. So when I open those files on my desktop, not in a browser, I can enter the information, and then when I save it, that information will save. If a student enters the information in the web browser, it will not save. So make sure if you're working with a student, tell them to download the file first. And if you are a student, make sure you download the file first before you enter the information.
Students who want to apply will complete the Power Engineering application. They will email it to me before June 19th. Students will arrange for 2 teachers to complete the teacher recommendation form, and they will email them directly to me before June 19th. And then students will be informed on the week of June 22nd if they have been accepted into the program. And those who haven't been accepted will be notified as well, and they will be put on a wait list because students do sometimes change their mind once they have received their confirmation. When the students have been accepted, then I will share information with them to register online to Prairie South Virtual School, and then they will have access to the course when the semester starts in the end of August. I believe our semester starts this year. As Jeff had mentioned, the students will need to arrange for a school contact person. We will keep that in mind moving forward. If the course is all virtual, if school is all virtual in the fall, then we will make those accommodations moving forward. And so all of the information is on our website. The application is on the website, the teacher recommendation form as well. We will be uploading this, so if there was something that was said and you want to go back and find it, then that's where it will be. And any questions? So I look into our Q&A and we have no questions at this point. If anyone does have a question, if not, please contact me directly if you have any questions. All of our contact information is on our website. The website, as I had mentioned, is Saskatoon IEC. On there, you'll find information about power engineering, and you will also find information about all of the other programs we have. Barb and Jeff, is there anything that we need to add?
I think it looks very good to me. Lots of information for young people to think about, and hopefully consider this as a innovative way of taking 2 high school credits and maybe finding a pathway for career opportunities.
Yeah, thank you, Michelle and Barb. And it's a great opportunity. Good working environment, lots of jobs out there. I've got lots of former students currently in school right now that I'm in contact with, and this program they all rave about, and they said it's really helped them out compared to other students that haven't taken it. So it's a great opportunity for you to take in high school.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much to everyone who joined in today. And once again, if you do have questions, then reach out to myself or to Jeff, and we will hopefully be able to share that information with you or answer any questions that you may have. All right, well, I'm going to end it here. So thanks to everyone for joining in.
Thank you, Michelle.